name is Christopher. I've been an A&P mechanic for like 3 decades. I started in general aviation and just always wanted to get back into, I always wanted to be a pilot and got that chance back in 2014. Started flight training and got my private pilot's license. I'm now high power endorsed for the 182, tailwheel endorsed for this here Stinson, and I also got my seaplane rating a couple years ago, so that was really cool. It's been it's kind of been a big journey with my experience. I'm about 250 hours now, or just plus, and I ended up arranging to get this Stinson back in 2015. She'd been out of maintenance for about 8 years and needed to get her airworthy. So we ferried her up from Camas, Washington, a friend of mine and I, and we brought the airplane back, and where I did an extensive annual on it. Had to pull the wings off and replaced a lot of cabling, just a whole bunch of stuff that needed attention. Once I got the airplane back together again, ended up doing my tailwheel endorsement with her. And after doing that, just literally like the days before I got signed off on my tailwheel endorsement, I went down to Oregon at Sun River, and I ended up putting her on her back. So that was pretty devastating for me. And I had this attachment to the airplane, and so that's why I felt compelled, because this airplane actually has a little bit of history to it. So I ended up bringing the airplane back up from Oregon. I bought the wreckage from the insurance company, and with quite a bit of replacement parts, I put her back together again. So this is what she would have looked like in 1947 when she was built. So this is a Stinson Model 108. It's a Voyager, so it's got a fabric interior. It's kind of like the standard model. They also made the station wagon, and the station wagon could actually carry more weight in the back, so it has wood paneling and a reinforced floor. So this is a Dash 2, and it happens to be the very first production Dash 2. So when you look in the manuals, you're going to see the first serial number starts, which is this aircraft, 2250. So you can pretty much look at the registration numbers and figure out what, as long as they haven't, changed it from the factory, there's an actual order of the way that they built the tail numbers. The Dash 1s, the straights and the Dash 1s, so they're called small motor, small tail. So they've got the Franklin 150 horse engine and the small tail. The Dash 2s, when they upgraded them, they upgraded the engine to 165 horse, and then they added a rudder bias on it, so kind of a trim, but not really a tab like you would on an elevator. And then when they went to the Dash 3s, they kept the same motor. They increased the size vertical and added a tab onto the rudder, and then that was the big tail. This airplane now has probably about 50 hours on the rebuild, and we were planning on this year going to Oshkosh because it was going to be the 100th anniversary for the Stinson Corporation.